this.
Some of them haven't got those either.
No, some of them haven't, have they? I'll tell you what we're going to do. For consistency, in this instance, I'm going to offset sugar. These are the wrong ones. There's some mixed up. I'm not going to use the machine in the first instance. I'm just actually going to do this by hand. Okay? So take your ravioli, mark it 1, 2, 3, 4. So you've got 4 even pieces. Okay? And just cut it into your 4 even pieces straight away. I'm going to try and make a dozen ravioli from one batch. Then I've just got my egg. My egg wash coming?
Is someone doing it?
It's in the fridge.
It's in the fridge. Alright. Right, I'll tell you what, whenever you
You're
roll...
looking for eggs, babe. There was some in the box.
There's some in the box on the right hand side.
On the right. Down the back, there was some eggs.
It's just like pastry, okay? So you can actually... Nice little rectangle. Thank you. Right, could you please get me such thing as a fork? Just a fork to mix my egg. I'm just going to show you the base principles first. The thicker the pasta, the longer it's going to take to cook. Okay? When you're rolling anything, whether it's rolling a round pie, get the shape of your pastry first. So I want strips, okay, about that long. So keep a rectangle going, okay? Keep it shaped. You see it's pulling back? There's a lot of what's called elasticity in there. That's why the machine is a better option. I'll show you how the machine works. You've got to secure it. It's called a G-clamp. Hold it quite solid there. Now, if your pasta's too soft, this is just going to chew it to pieces. Okay, I've got a handle. I'm just going to use it in its simplest form. When you clean these, don't bang them in a sink of hot detergent water. These are all over the shoulders. There's a wrong handle for the wrong machine. Somebody got a different handle, smaller handle.
They were mixed up.
Just check them. I'll start off with a rolling pin. Now with this, okay, the bigger the number, the thinner the pasta. So start off on your 1 and work your way down. In actual fact, I don't necessarily have to start on 1, but we'll see. Come on, work on this side. When you're doing it 2 people together, just as it feeds through. Don't pull it, don't stretch it, just support it. Okay? Okay, let's do it again. So you take it up another notch. This is just the flour. Keep plenty of flour on it. That's why I didn't mind if it was soft, because I know you're working much more flour into it. So it's going to dry it out a little. Don't go too fast. Make sure it's down in the middle. You don't want it to the sides, otherwise it'll chew it through. Just take it up another notch. Going to 4 now. It might be a little bit too ambitious. Keep it in the middle. Let me do it to you. There's 2 of you. You keep a nice consistent product. One's over the top. Are we happy with that? Yeah. I'm just going to put that over there for now. A little bit of semolina flour over there. Oh, come on, harder as you were. Okay. Start it off a little bit with your rolling pin. You've still got that nice long elongated shape. Okay. Try and get the rectangular shape. You've got the rectangle shape to start off with. A circle's not going to convert itself into a rectangle, but just... Okay, what I'm going to do, I want to see 4 really nice carbohydrates. We'll work back to 1. Ready? We've got it pretty well controlled. You got it? Don't muck around with it. You want it chilled all the way through. Just keep putting a little bit of flour on it. Just take it out, a little bit of flour on it. Do it again. Quite happy knowing the thickness to take it to about a 4 strip. Now, thank you Hydra, that's awesome. So I'm just having a look. We're going to make little parcels here. I'm going to try and make 6. So best way forward, this is a little bit thicker, so I'll use that for the base. I'll give you a measure. In actual fact, I'm not going to trim it off now. Use that for the base. Okay, somebody get me a fork? Yep. All I'm going to do is just an egg, 1 egg, smidge in cold water, a couple of teaspoons, that's all. What's this egg going to do? Egg wash it. Has somebody got a brush handy? Close by please, just a little brush.
Is this for stick?
Yep, to make it stick. Okay. I'm just going to square this up so it's roughly the same. Don't trim it down too much because you don't want to run out of your ravioli. I'm not going to measure it out. You can get a rough measure, just basically what your strips are. Got that nice grittiness, just feel that. Feel those offcuts, that's about the thinness you want. Could you smooth that for me, please, Hydra? Okay, Abram, could you pass my filling, please? It's got John on it.
Oh, nice.
Does somebody have a little brush for me? No? Even a little bit of parsley, I usually use a sprig of parsley, but I'm just not going to race down to the fridge to get some. Thanks, Chef. It's a lot easier. Okay. About a half a teaspoon of filling on this one. I just want 6 nice raviolis from each of you. You watching? Really important that you get rid of the air out of the ravioli. Make sure it's crimped down, because you remember I'm purposely going this way and I'm purposely keeping a lot on the side because I know we've got quite a wet filling, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm working with that. Right. Now these will dry out, so you want some nice quality there, quality control. You're going to do 6 per portion, everybody's going to do a meal each. So we're making sure that it's a little bit different from your stock standard, you know, your packet ravioli. Okay, we're putting our stamp on it. Don't want to see gravy everywhere. They don't want to see a mess everywhere. Pass me a palette knife, please, Hydra, out of my box. Thank you, Chef. Don't handle what you don't need to handle. You're starting to get an idea of what it's going to look like on a plate. I've got air in there, which is not a good look because that'll explode and come out. So I'm actually going to try and work it out right now. See the air bubble in there? So be careful with that. Make sure your filling's nice and central. Right, I don't want anybody to come and pinch your stuff off my bench till I've got my 6 done. After that you can. So leave the egg wash, get your own egg wash. A little bit of air in this. So there's my problems there. Okay. Now this will dry out. Okay, so I'm going to just basically cover it with Glad wrap and put it in the fridge. Okay, now I'm not going to get you to do this right now. What I'd like you to do is to get yourself set up with your pastry roller, because at 2:30 we've got a guy coming to talk to people who wants to work at the Aero Stadium. And I think, Alex, do you know if the guy that's talking to everyone at the Aero Stadium is in E1? I think it might be, yeah, well, is Dennis in E1, is he? Get yourself set up, get your little bit of flour, get your egg wash ready, get your everything set up, rolling pin. We're going to have a break in 5 minutes.